The wind was whipping off Lake Michigan so hard it felt like razor blades when I turned onto Westwood Drive, doing 50 in a matte black G-Wagon that still smelled like fresh leather and money I earned with my own calloused hands, phone on speaker, my daddy crying real tears about the roof. Caving in right now, Peyton water pouring through the attic like Niagara, the whole second floor about to collapse. We gonna be homeless by tonight. If you don't send $4,200 today, please, baby, I'm begging. For 15 straight years, every single time he called with that same shaky voice, I hit send on Cash App before he finished the sentence. Didn't ask questions, didn't check receipts, just prayed the money actually went where he said it was going. This time something in me snapped clean in half. I didn't send a dime. I called my best roofing superintendent, told him drop every single thing you doing right now, grab the whole A-team, 3 trucks, generators, tarps, the drone, all of it. Meet me at 1547 Westwood in South Shore in 30 minutes or less, double overtime, triple if y'all beat me there. I wanted to be the hero one last time. I wanted to see the damage with my own eyes. I wanted to believe there was still something left in that house worth saving. Instead, I rolled up to a bone-dry, 5-year-old architectural shingle roof that I personally paid 28 grand for in 20 sciencey. Not a lifted nail, not a missing tab, not even a damn leaf stuck in the gutter. My mama was posted up in the driveway like a nightclub bouncer screaming at my foreman, "Get that motherfucking ladder off my property right now!" While my 34-year-old brother Tyson waddled out the front door at 10:17 a.m. on a Tuesday clutching a sweating tall boy of Busch Light, belly hanging over gray sweatpants with mystery stains, looked at 6 grown men in Carhartt and steel toes unloading thousands of dollars worth of equipment, looked at me behind the wheel and gave me the smuggest drunk smirk Chicago has ever seen. That smirk hit me harder than any punch my daddy ever threw when he was drunk and angry when I was 9. I never even unbuckled my seatbelt. I just rolled the window down 2 inches, gave the crew the cutthroat sign we use when the city inspector shows up trying to shake us down. Watched them load every ladder and coil of rope back into the vans faster than they unloaded, threw the truck in reverse, and peeled out. Doing 40 in a 25 while my mama ran behind me, beating on the tailgate, screaming, "You think you better than us, Peyton, you ungrateful little bitch!" Now, mama, I just finally got tired of being the only one in this family who knows what a load-bearing wall actually does. Drop your city, and the exact second you looked up at a perfectly good roof and realized the only thing leaking was your entire bloodline straight into your bank account. I'm reading every single comment. No cap, let's go. My name is Peyton Amara Brooks, 32 years old, born and raised on the south side of Chicago in that same crumbling 2-flat on Westwood that now has a foreclosure sticker on the door and a bright orange condemnation notice flapping in the same wind. Right now, I'm senior project manager for the biggest commercial contractor between here and Minneapolis, running jobs that turn empty lots into $100 million towers you can see from the Dan Ryan on a clear day. My sites finish early under budget 0 lost time incidents, and my last name is literally on the hard hat sticker of every iron worker, pipe fitter, and electrician from local 1 to local 130 because when Peyton says the crane lift is safe, it's safe. When Peyton says pour the concrete at 4 a.m., we pour at 4 a.m. When Peyton says nobody goes home till the tie-offs are triple checked, nobody goes home. My W-2 last year was $612,000 before bonuses. My brokerage account cracked 8 figures last month. My condo on the 87th floor of 110 North Wacker has floor-to-ceiling glass looking straight down the Chicago River, and every single penny, every brick, every steel beam, every overtime hour came from these 2 hands and this brain and nobody else, because the family I came from never built a damn thing in their lives, except excuses and emergencies and a decade-long con that finally hit the load limit the day they lied about a roof that I could see from the street was perfectly fine. That house raised me on lies the way some kids got lullabies. There's been an orange 5-gallon Home Depot bucket in the upstairs hallway catching the drip since I was 16 years old. Every bonus, every birthday check, every time I worked Christmas Eve pouring concrete in -20 so I could get hazard pay, I offered to fix that leak. Every single time the answer was, "Nah, baby, we good," or "That's too much mess," Or your daddy gonna handle it. Translation: keep the bucket. Keep the sob story. Keep the neighbors feeling sorry for us. Keep the Venmo requests coming because guilt is cheaper than a real plumber and way more renewable. I paid their mortgage when they were 2 months behind their ComEd, when the lights got cut, their water, when the city put the red tag on the meter, their Xfinity bill, so Tyson could stream Warzone at 240 frames per second, their car insurance on 2 leased BMWs that somehow always ended up in Tyson's name, Dad's heart medication that cost exactly $300 every single time a new Call of Duty dropped. Mama's blood pressure pills that showed up as Michael Kors bags and Brazilian weaves and bottle service at clubs I've never even been invited to. I told myself I was the strong one, the provider, the good daughter, the one holding the family together. Truth is, I was the foundation beam they kept overloading till the rebar finally snapped. The roof lie was the final failed inspection. Dad FaceTimed me from the attic flashlight, shaking water, supposedly pouring down his face, begging, "Peyton, baby, the ceiling about to collapse. We gonna lose everything. Please, I'm on my knees." I mobilized 6 figures worth of men and equipment in under 40 minutes because that's what I do. I solve structural emergencies before most people finish their coffee. And when I saw that perfect roof and Tyson's drunk-ass grin at 10 in the morning, something inside me didn't break. It calcified cold hard and finished. I drove straight downtown, parked in my reserved spot on the 3rd level, booted up the forensic audit I'd been terrified to run for 15 years, and spent the next 12 hours building the mother of all spreadsheets that could have put a mafia bookkeeper in federal prison for life. 24 months, 411 individual transfers, total damage, $489,612 exactly. 112 grand marked mortgage, while they were actually 11 months behind and counting. 68 grand in medical emergencies that lined up perfectly with Tyson's Vegas bachelor party bottle service tabs, and a leased Hellcat that got repoed in a Walmart parking lot in Gary. 48 grand in car repairs that bought Mama a 2024 Escalade ESV Platinum while I was still driving a 2016 Honda Civic with 214,000 miles and a cracked windshield I never had time to replace because I was too busy working overtime to fund their Instagram flex. And the absolute knockout punch $98,000 home equity loan taken out in my name with forged documents while I was on a job site in Dubai last February building a tower for people who actually pay their bills. They didn't just steal my money, they stole my identity, my future, my peace, and pissed it all away on crypto rug pulls. OnlyFans subscriptions and a lifestyle they told the neighbors was coming soon. I sat there till 4 a.m. watching the city lights blink, spreadsheet glowing like a crime scene photo, and felt the exact moment the guilt died and was replaced by something cleaner, colder, stronger. I didn't cry, I didn't scream, I didn't call nobody to vent. I just started clicking like I was shutting down a condemned site. Deleted every banking app they ever had access to. Baisha. Canceled every utility still in my name. ComEd Peoples, got water, sewer, garbage. Xfinity ring, doorbell, the whole package. Put a hard freeze on my credit at all 3 bureaus and filed identity theft affidavits on the forged HELOC. Hired the best forensic accountant in the city to pull every paper trail and sent the file straight to the Cook County State's attorney because fraud is fraud even when it's family. Changed my phone number, my email, my mailing address, and put the house on every no-call, no-knock, no-solicit list known to man. 72 hours later, the meltdown was biblical. Tyson at 2:47 a.m. Yo, the power just cut mid-ranked play, my rank about to derank fix it. Mama at 5:19 a.m. It's 18 degrees in here and the furnace off you trying to kill your daddy. Dad at 7:03 a.m. Your mama crying so hard she can't breathe, her blood pressure 194/138. This on your soul, Peyton. I sent one single group text before I blocked every last one of them forever. Every account was in my name. I closed them. I don't live at 1547 Westwood anymore. Y'all grown, act like it, good luck. Then I turned my phone off, poured 3 fingers of Clase Azul, watched their whole world go dark, while the Chicago skyline stayed lit like a middle finger made of glass and steel and money they will never touch again. 8 months later, the foreclosure auction happened on the courthouse steps in Skokie. They lost the house I grew up in, the house my grandmama bought in 1974. The house I poured almost $500,000 into keeping. They moved into a 2-bedroom, Section 8 duplex on the Indiana line. Tyson's pulling the third shift at the Amazon Fulfillment Center in Joliet, driving a 2006 Corolla with bald tires and expired plates. Mama's folding clothes at the Burlington in Merrillville. Dad finally filed for the disability he's been eligible for since 2018. And now spends his days watching Judge Mathis reruns, telling anybody who'll listen how his ungrateful daughter put us on the street. Cool, sorry. The street was already paid for with my blood, my sweat, and my bonuses. Me? I closed on 200 acres in Door County lakefront, poured a foundation that could hold a 70-story tower, and I'm building a house with radiant floors, 40-foot ceilings, a rooftop helipad, and not one single orange bucket anywhere in the plans. I host Friendsgiving now for the people who actually show up when the wind chill drops below zero. My iron workers, my foremen, the apprentices I put through trade school, the electricians who became brothers, the ones who bring tools and gratitude instead of trauma and palms out. We eat lobster tails, Wagyu ribeyes, drink whatever the hell we want, and nobody dares ask me to help with the light bill. So yeah, I went from the family ATM to the one who pulled the plug and watched the whole machine flatline in real time. And every winter when that Chicago wind tries to cut me in half, I just smile because I finally built something that wind can't touch, something that stands on its own, something that will still be here long after their lies have crumbled to dust. Drop your city and the day you stopped paying for people who wouldn't pay for your funeral. I'm replying to every single story because somebody reading this is still getting 3 a.m. emergency texts from people who wouldn't cross the street to spit on you if you were on fire. Kill the utilities, freeze the credit change, the locks file the police report, and go build the life they tried to repo from you. The foundation is only strong when you're the only weight on it. Peace out, stay solid, stay solvent, stay unbothered in your own penthouse while they shiver in the dark they created. Love y'all, for real.